Hey, are you recording? That's a lot better.
John Wolanske and John Kovacevich are making a web series, and this is the vacation episode.
Hey!
Hey! Woo! All right.
Woo!
Whoa, that shirt. That is a bright shirt. Did you hump a unicorn? What's happening?
This is a shirt that I made on a recent vacation, home vacation with my family.
Yeah, explosion at the chalk factory. That is tie-dye, right?
That is tie-dye.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. Vacations. Don't you love them, John?
The subject of vacation actually stresses me out. I didn't grow up taking a lot of vacations. I'm the youngest of four kids. My parents never really invested in the typical vacation. We grew up in New England. We were far away from an airport. Why pay a lot of money to go somewhere to yell at one another when you could just do that in the backyard?
And how did it make you feel being the runt of the litter and then not getting to go anywhere?
A lot of day trips, packed car experiences. We took a vacation to Gloucester.
Gloucester.
And my dad found this hotel. We went there and we ended up staying in this loft-like room, which was really very strange. I think there was carpet on the walls. And we asked our dad what it was that made him sold on this hotel. And he said that he was doing research by looking in the yellow pages, and it was a hotel that advertised a great lobby. It wasn't a great lobby.
What was in the lobby?
I mean, I think there was a fish tank and 3 couches or something. It was like this very long, like just this hallway. I think he thought if there's a great lobby, what's further inside must be even better.
Yeah.
Now, anytime I go to a hotel, I do judge based on the lobby.
When I met, we started going on vacations all the time when we were dating and before we had kids, and that was the best.
She opened a world of possibility to you.
She was fun to travel with. I was fun to travel with back then. That's how long ago it was.
Well, where did you guys go?
Mexico, Cabo San Lucas a couple of years, Paris, Barcelona, where we got engaged. Barcelona, seeing the sights and taking pictures and goofing off. It was great.
It does remind me of a story that Margot was telling me the other day. She said, I think the first time I met John was on that trip that we took up to Napa. Do you remember that?
Yes, the wine country trip in the limo.
First winery that we stopped at, John and hopped out of the car first. They hadn't had a drop of alcohol yet. And John started posing in front of bushes and statues like he had this enormous phallus, this big penis. And he did a series of pictorial dick jokes every property we went to. I noticed that was super into it. And she would pose John and give him direction, like little lower, arch your back. She said that's when she knew that you guys were in it forever.
That used to be a thing we did on vacation. That's the Eiffel Tower. Also the Eiffel Tower. Hawaii. I think this is at Versailles, Spain. Honeymoon. There's a lot of them. That was a staple of our vacations when we were young. By the way, just to give our viewers a sense of your vacation wear, that trip that we took to wine country, this was your look on that day.
Oh, yeah. Look at that guy. Nice baggy dress shirt. And who knows what was in that bag, too. I think I probably brought a few changes of clothes for the tasting rooms and the mustards.
When I looked at this photo, I was trying to figure out if you had just gotten highlights in your hair, crayon tips.
More crayon tips.
Now we have to do things like take our kids camping.
True.
A couple years ago, announced that we were going to go to family camp, where you take your kids and all 4 of you go live in a cabin for the week. And you do like activities. A lot of kids and even some adults love it. They think it's the greatest thing in the world.
And I can tell by your face right now, you're one of those people who loves it.
I had one really bad camping experience when I was a kid.
What happened?
I was probably 7 or 8. I got sent to camp in the woods. There were no cabins. We were sleeping outdoors. We had outhouses. 8-year-old John was horrified at the idea of pooping in a hole.
This is your nightmare.
The worst thing, the shower experience. And I use showers loosely. They would line up a group of young boys, and then they'd usher you into this room, this cinder block room with concrete floors. And then they'd say, drop your robes. And you dropped it. And then 10 little naked boys would stand there. And then they would take a hose and hose you down. And then they would say soap, and then you would soap up. Then they would rinse you off with the hose. And then when that was done, they would say, okay, who wants a macho?
Excuse me? What?
Who wants a macho? And a macho was they would turn the heat off of the water and you would get sprayed down with ice water. And some idiot boys would say, I want a macho. Little Jon Kovacevich did not want a macho.
And you've not been interested in macho since. 1.5 stars on Yelp.
My kids and my wife, they love family camp. So now my nightmare has become an annual tradition for our family.
You guys recreated the camp experience at your own house. And by you guys, I mean your wife.
This year, obviously, we couldn't go to family camp. Oh. So we did our best to recreate it here at home for the kids. We did tie-dye one day.
Have you worn that shirt outside?
I haven't been outside of the house. We're in quarantine.
Right.
Yeah. We did panning for gold.
Did you hide your watch somewhere? Oh, look what your wedding ring. Oh, well, look what.
We painted rocks one day.
That must have been what, toward the end? Let's paint rocks.
We were running out of stuff to do by then. And I just realized one day when it got really hot, I hosed off my own children.
Oh, no. Who wants a macho?
I'm just putting it together now. I've become the monster I feared most. One of my favorite places to go on vacation is Indian Springs in Calistoga. You've been there.
Love going up there. That pool, magnificent.
It's the best.
The grounds are beautiful. The weather is almost always perfect. And they have that great sign right outside the pool telling you that if you've had diarrhea in the past 14 days, you're not allowed to swim. So I've never been in that pool.
Yeah.
But it looks beautiful.
I love that when you read that sign, you don't even really understand what they're saying because the concept of going 14 days without diarrhea is just so foreign to you.
Yeah.
I feel like it's one of the only times when I just like really relax is when I get away from the house and like I'm sitting by a pool and I'm getting to read a book and eat some food that I wouldn't normally eat. And
food that you wouldn't normally eat? What the hell is that?
Like good food that isn't like a peanut butter sandwich.
Oh, okay.
Not like octopus nuts or anything like that.
I love the idea of vacations and I hope to get better at it.
Maybe I could be your vacation coach.
Please, that's what I'm asking.
What happens on vacation that stops you from enjoying the vacation? You start to think about work or other things or just your guilt?
All of those things. How much is this costing? What could I be doing that's productive? Am I not taking advantage enough of being here in Arizona or, wherever it is?
Arizona.
Wherever it would be, being in Paris, like, are we getting enough out of this city?
Arizona, Paris.
Honeymoons are vacations.
Where did you guys go?
We went to Hawaii. Beautiful. We stayed at the Grand Hyatt, amazing hotel. Margot had this idea that, let's just mix it up a little bit. We'll stay at this one big hotel and then we'll split the other days and stay at these cabins right on the shore where you wake up, you just open the window and literally it's the water right there, just like rushing in.
The water was rushing into the cabin?
Not into the window. That would be a horrible nightmare. And you just like open the window, you just see the water's like right there. We showed up at our cabin and we kind of, when you look around, you're kind of like, okay, yeah, I think I can like it. The decor is very old. It has a certain smell. So we said, okay, well, we're here. Let's have a great time. Let's go to dinner. We went to dinner. We came back and the sun had gone down by that point. Then we go inside, open the door. This feels a little different than this afternoon. We shut the door. As soon as we turned on the light, all of these moths flew out of the lampshade. We looked behind the curtain and they were just like asleep. There was like a full sleeve of moths just like asleep on the other side. There were moths under the pillowcase, inside the pillow. My skin was crawling. We got on the phone to the hotel immediately. I know we checked out this morning. Do you have any room availabilities? Oh, you do? We'll be right there. We gunned it in the car. 45-minute drive back to the hotel. We got hammered that night. We were so relieved. Just at the hotel bar, just like, whew, That was our honeymoon.
Can we get a room? I don't even care how many couches you have in the lobby. We need a room. I don't care how nice the lobby is.
Take us, please. Where did you honeymoon?
Tulum.
Ooh.
One of those all-inclusive places.
How much linen did you pack? For some reason, Tulum makes me think of soft, lightweight fabrics.
Oh, you mean for our clothing? I thought you meant like we had to bring our own linens for the bed.
Did you bring your own sheets? Don't you?
They would fold the towels into a different animal every morning. When we got back to the room, the housekeeping staff had folded it into the shape of an iguana or a muskrat, or I don't know. I don't actually remember what the animals were, but there was a different animal, towel animal, every day of our honeymoon. That's vacation.
Hey, that's vacation.
I will say that they front loaded their best animals. And by the end, you were sort of looking at the animal going, I'm not 100% sure. Is that a snake with a leg? What is that?
That's a snake.
Not a snake? I don't know. Well, maybe we should go on vacation together.
You mean right now?
Can we do that?
3, 2, 1.
Oh, yeah!
Back in time.
To medieval times.
The era, I think, in which we would both thrive most.
Get a flagon of mead.
How many ounces in a flagon?
30.
It's like the medieval big gulp.
Exactly. Should we talk about next episode?
Yes.
Episode number 10. And for a web series, that's sort of like episode 100.
That is longevity.
So what should we do for our anniversary episode?
Why don't we have like a birthday party?
Oh, I love it.
Big 10.
The Big 10. I want to thank you for just showing up and embracing a topic that I know you were a little bit nervous about.
Yeah, vacations make me nervous, but I think it was a good experience. I think this is lesson 1 in getting over my fear.
I want to thank Jason Mraz for lending his hat to you for this episode.
You bastard. Thank you, Jason.
You know what I think this was?
Good ep.
Good app.
Good ep. Good ep. Yeah, burn that shirt, please.
John Wolanske and Jon Kovacevich are making a web series, and this is the web series that they are making. The web series from Jon Kovacevich and John Wolanske.